Welcome to Major Scales Worksheet number 5, the Simplified Circle of Fifths method for figuring out all the major keys. Now before we start with this method, we're going to take a moment and review the pattern of whole tones and semitones that make up a major scale. So first of all, a major scale is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, and Do. So we all know that sound. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Now, what is the pattern that makes up the sound? Well, first of all, let's split the pattern up into two groups of 4. And that would be these 4 notes and these 4 notes. Now, between Do and Re, we have a whole tone. Between Re and Mi, we have a whole tone. And between Mi and Fa, we have a semitone. And the other side here, other half here, we have between So and La is a whole tone. La and Ti is a whole tone. And Ti and Do is a semitone. So you can see that these two halves of the scale are the same. They have the same pattern. So these are both called major tetrachords. Tetra meaning 4. And when we put two major tetrachords together with a whole tone and connect them, then we get our major scale. So it's a good thing to memorize whole tone, semitone, whole tone, whole tone, whole tone, semitone. That's the pattern of a major scale. So now let's go back to our worksheet. The key signature, which is what you see at the beginning of every line of music, shows a musician which notes are sharp or flat in the music. Each sharp or flat is placed on a very specific note and always appear in the same order and pattern on the staff. So first of all, we need to know what the order of sharps are. The key that has 1 sharp will have an F sharp. The key with 2 sharps will have F sharp and C sharp. The key with 3 sharps will have F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, and so on and so on. So the order of sharps that appear in the key signature are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. And an easy way to remember that is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Now if we look here at the key signatures, we'll see that the first sharp sitting here in the treble clef is on an F. The second sharp is on a C. The third sharp goes back up here and it's a G. Then the fourth sharp is a D. The fifth sharp is an A. Then we go back up again to find the sixth sharp, which is an E, and then the last sharp, which is a B. So that's your Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So same thing in the alto clef, and you have to make sure that you follow this pattern. And in the bass clef, so that's an F, that's a C, that's a G, D, A, E, and B. So make sure you follow this pattern of 2, 3, 2. Now the order of flats. The order of flats is actually exact opposite of the order of sharps. So instead of Father Charles goes down and ends battle, we have battle ends and down goes Charles' father. So say for instance we have a key that has 4 flats. Well, those 4 flats will be B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So again, in the key signature, the flats appear in a certain in this order, and they also appear in a certain pattern, a descending pattern of 1, 2, 2, and 2, or in other words, just a zigzag. So if we look here and see what notes we have a B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. Same in the alto clef. Battle ends, and down goes Charles' father. And the zigzag pattern. Battle ends, and down goes Charles' father. So the first thing you want to do is to practice writing these key signatures accurately. So in the treble clef, you'll start with Father Charles. So F sharp and C sharp. Now instead of going down, you're going to go back up to the top here and do goes down and G, D, and A. And again, we go back to the top to finish with ends, battle, E and B. And that is all these sharps in the key signature for the treble clef. Let's try that again in the alto clef. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. And finally in the bass clef. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Sorry, I'm going to just adjust that last one a bit so you can see that it's on a line. Okay. Now, take a moment to practice that, and then you want to practice writing the order flats in each clef. So, the order of flats, again, is backwards from the orders of sharps. It's battle, ends, and down goes Charles' father. And again, you remember to do the zigzag pattern. In the alto clef, battle ends, and down goes Charles' father. And finally in the bass clef, battle ends, and down goes Charles' father. So hopefully you've heard that enough times and you'll remember it as we move on.